What is going on, guys? Today we're going to be watching a match on Forest of Nifel. We're going to be following Team Paradigm in the blue, and they are playing against Team Win in the red. We're going to be following Azshene on his Guardian, who I'm sure you've probably seen some gameplay from before, maybe even this gameplay. He's going to be rocking an incredibly defensive build that uses the hammer, sword and shield, and I will talk more about his build and setup later on when I have a bit of downtime. So going straight into the match here, as you can see, both teams run into the middle to try and get that early map control by fighting the enemy just straight on the beach. It is very important to try and really lock down your team in this early game because it allows your teammates to go for the snipe on their team, which is something Team Paradigm is trying to do, and it also allows your other teammates to get the early cap or early spawn kill on your PvE boss kill on your side. For example, Team Paradigm has the Chieftain. As you can see, Team Paradigm did just manage to get the snipe on Team Win, which does give them that early 40-point lead. Azshene here heading up to the keep to really do what his build is made for. It is made for holding the keep or the clock tower. Xeph running in here on very low health, which does signify that there will be a Team Win enemy running in who does decide to back away because he does realise he is going for a 3v1 fight there. So a couple of skills to point out on this build are the number 5 skill on the hammer, which is Ring of Warding. This is basically an area denial skill, or it will either keep you in the area if you get the ring around the person or push them away. So basically, if you put this down over a point, you can basically keep the enemy out of that point for 5 seconds really. Couple more important skills. There's not much on the sword and shield that's particularly important. Number 5 is quite a nice defensive bubble, but the main skills to look at are his utility skills. Of course, there is number 6, which is just a pretty bog standard heal, nothing crazy about that. Hold the line on number 7, which is another regeneration spell, and number 9, which is Sanctuary, and this is basically a protective bubble. It is an area protective bubble, not one that actually surrounds you, so it is laid down on the floor, and that is used in conjunction with his elite skill on 0, which is of course the lovely tome skill. What this does is it opens up a whole another set of support skills, and the main one that is used most of the time is the number 5 skill. What this does is it heals you and your allies right back up to full health, and it is very useful, as in you can go literally, it's got a bit of a cast time, but if you put down Sanctuary it's not even a big deal. I'm going to cut off here because Azshene is now being rushed by 3 members of Team Win who are going to try and push him off the keep. And of course he is going to do his best and do exactly what his build is made for and try and hold on. However, he is going very low here. He is on 4k health, so this could be the end of Azshene for this side of the match. And he has managed to get the Signet Heal back up to 7k health. He has put down his Sanctuary and he is, I think, going for the Tome. As you can see, he is going for that number 5 Tome heal. So look at his health at the moment. Going from 10k health up to 37k health. Xeph has now managed to come in on his Mesmer, and Azshene did manage to buy enough time, allowing Xeph to come in and give him the helping hand. It is now a 2 versus 3 fight, and the odds are more and more in Team Win's favour. However, Team Paradigm are doing the best to even that out. They are managing to push away as many of the Team Win players as they possibly can. However, they are pushing out of the circle, so they are losing that point, sadly. As you can see here, Azshene is going for the stomp right now. He does get hit down by the Elementalist, but he will take down that Elementalist. Now chasing the other Elementalist off the side, who is now on very low health and is on about 3k health, but is deciding to run away. That does leave an Engineer on the point. Xeph is now going to go and chase that Elementalist, and Azshene is going to be left to fight this Engineer on the point. The Engineer now dropping his elite skill, which does of course do a nice stun and provide a lot of healing from the healing turret, and he does come with a net turret, which is a rather big annoyance. Azshene, as you can see, putting down Ring of Warning to push the Engineer out, just trying to recap that point because they don't actually have it at the moment. If you look, what is very important here is that Azshene and Xeph managed to buy their teammates a lot of time here. A lot of time. Because there were 3 red team members up there and 2 of them have just gone down. They're on cooldown, which did give Team Paradigm enough time to get the 2 boss kills, as well as cap most of the points and gain superior map control over Team Win, and that has given them a significant advantage at this 4-minute mark because they are well ahead here by 300 points. As you can see, Azshene is now being rushed by 2 enemy players. He is, however, pretty confident at this stage that he does have enough in this build to hold off against 2 players, considering he did just hold off against 3 of them. Xeph has now moved back in. They do also have the double buff from both the PvE bosses that will give them a significant advantage in this fight. It's not a massive one, but 100 plus stats in everything does give you a big advantage, whether you want to count it enough. Following this Elementalist now, who has just swapped over to his water form to try and get the healing in, but he does eventually go down. At this stage of the game, it is too late for Team Red to get the win unless they manage to triple cap and get every single boss. But really, the game is just Team Paradigms at this stage. Honestly, not a lot happening now, really. Team Win knows it's over, and Team Paradigm are pretty well secured in the fact they are going to win. And there is the win, folks. I really hope you've enjoyed this game. It was a very, very impressive use of the Guardian's support skills and defensive skills. So this build is well worth looking into if you're planning to do some more tournament gameplay for the stress test coming up. Anyway, I will talk to you all later.